to another episode of Beer for Breakfast ABV social distancing style. I have my beer drinking partner in crime with me, Paul Segura, brewmaster from Karl Strauss from the safety of his own home. And
What's up?
We also have the owner of Amplified Ale Works, Alex, with us from the safety of his home. Welcome,
Yes.
Alex. Cheers,
Thank you,
my friend.
Cheers.
What's up, dude?
What up?
Good to have you on the show. Oh, I started without you.
Actually, you're kind of behind. We already started.
You guys lie. I just saw you open those. So,
Shenanigans.
dude, I'm Punk-demic. I like it.
Yeah. You know, just
Punk-demic Pilsner.
a beer for the times, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Solid Pilsner.
only 5.4%. You could put a lot of these away.
Yes. This is a quarantine beer. This is made for having multiple sessions while you're hanging at home by yourself. So.
Or with your loved ones. Or your dog.
Yeah. Or
As in
whoever
Danielle's
you happen to
case.
be quarantining with.
So what was the inspiration behind this beer?
So this is a beer that we've actually been making for a few years now. It had previously been called License to Pils. And so yeah, it'd been a pub favorite for a while now. But
I remember that.
Obviously, once everything shut down in March, we kind of did a full pivot and started packaging all of our beer. And I don't know, as much as we love the BC Boys reference, we've already got Check Your Hops out there. It felt like, a little played out, wanted to do something different. And so thus Punk-demic was born. So there we go.
So most of your beer names are really like clever and catchy and have something to do with like amplified music, rock and roll, punk. So I mean, I remember the beer you're talking about, License to Pils. It was a solid Pilsner. The recipe hasn't changed. It's pretty much the same beer with new.
Pretty similar. Still light, about a half pound per barrel dry hop of Saphir, which is one of my personal favorite hops. Weihenstephan German lager yeast, and so kind of a I guess a hybrid, German lager with a little bit of that Italian style Pils influence with the dry hop, and trying to bring a little bit more of that kind of floral character to the front, but still keep the bitterness down, I guess.
Are Pilsners normally dry hopped? Because as I'm drinking this, I feel like I'm getting more of a fuller taste than I normally get from a Pilsner. Not quite as crisp and light that I would normally get.
Yeah. So our dry hop, like I said, it's about a half pound per barrel, which I think is maybe even getting, well, there's lagers that people are dry hopping way heavier than that these days. But I think in general, that's a little bit of a stronger kind of hop forwardness than you would get from most general lagers out there. So you're definitely getting that kind of full spectrum, kind of floral lavender almost character from the Saphir.
I think the purists would say Pilsners should not be dry hopped, but
why is that?
But this is San Diego, and this is punk rock, and this is how we roll.
Take it to another level, I guess. Yeah, we're pushing it a little bit, but no, I mean we've definitely have other dry hop lagers that we've pushed way more forward into kind of the almost West Coast, hybrid style. This is still, very much a focus on the malt, the clean fermentation, but
there were some out there that lean toward like India Pale lagers, but this one still is very Pilsner-esque, but with a little more flavor than your standard Pilsner, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of where we were trying to sit. I mean, definitely, stuff like Pivo is definitely an inspiration when we were kind of putting a recipe together and designing this beer a few years back.
Pivo, Trumer, beers like that.
Yeah.
I could see this kind of fitting in with those.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great that the beaches are open again, because this is a This is a sneaker beer, because we're not allowed to drink on the beaches, but I could totally enjoy this under the sun on a warm day. This is such a good beer, Alex. Way to go, guys.
No, this beer was definitely designed with our patios in mind, sitting out, having a pitcher, sharing some beers with some friends. So that was definitely where we were trying to go with this one.
I've turned into an alley beer aficionado. So yeah, this would do well in the alley.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've had beers on the patio in PB and East Village. I have to say the view in PB is a little better.
It's a little better, yeah.
A little better.
I don't know. The people watching in East Village, though, you can't do much better than that.
It is interesting for sure.
Yeah, you definitely get your.
And speaking of your locations, Alex, what's going on with PB, East Village, and Miramar? What's going on with your locations?
So we actually just reopened for dine-in this past Friday. So it was amazing to get some friendly faces back in the door, even though we're only seeing half of people's faces, but it was still great to be having people back in the place nevertheless. So yeah, we're really excited about that. We're obviously still being very cautious, taking things kind of one day at a time, being as OCD as we can with our cleaning protocols, with just really already on to the next one. All right.
Who knows? I work while you talk.
Yeah, but so obviously with our big picnic tables that we've had, we've broken them up and added kind of wood frame plexiglass to separate them off so that no more than groups of 6 out on the patio, and everything's spaced out really well. We're fortunate that because of our outdoor seating, we're still able to fit a good number of people in, but still have all the tables spaced out and be able to have people feel safe. With the downtime, we converted an outside kind of communal water station into an additional hand sink. So you don't have to necessarily wait in line to be able to wash your hands.
Cool.
Hand sanitizer to all the tables. So yeah, just doing everything we can to make people feel safe. I've been quarantining with my parents, being able so they can see my son, and with kind of all that in mind and making sure that people really feel comfortable, we tried to go kind of overboard with everything that we could to make the spaces feel as safe as possible. So.
And then is the tasting room Miramar? So is that still open for beer pickup?
So it is on Saturdays right now. We're going to be adding Friday this week because we've got a quadruple beer release this coming Friday. So
what?
Yeah,
I'm actually headed up there right after we're done here, but I believe we're doing 480 cases of beer today, which for our little 7-barrel system is a lot of the beer that we've been pumping out recently. So pretty excited to have all this packaged and getting it out the door, and it's been a lot of fun. We've never canned this much beer in the 8 years of our existence than we have in just the last few months. So it's been a huge, it's been a huge business change, but at the same time, it's really fun to be able to, really develop that much more artwork and put beer in packages and be able to have that beer, go to new places like alleys and beaches and wherever else you want to sneak into.
Yeah, Danielle she's got a great beer drinking alley behind her house. It's pretty sweet.
The alleys of North Park, we know what to do.
Yeah, that's
So did the COVID thing kind of push you more toward, putting beer in package?
Yeah, absolutely. Right as we were kind of coming up to I guess mid-March, we kind of saw the writing on the wall, and so we threw a bunch of lagers into our tanks. But we still had a few empty tanks, and so kind of about mid-April, we were like, okay, well, let's just start planning on packaging a bunch of beer. And so, basically, we've been running at full steam pretty much through this whole time period. So
that's great.
Yeah, unfortunately, the way we package, we have to can off our fermenters, so it reduces our capacity by about 50%. So when I say we're running at full steam, we're really running at half, but full of what we could do while canning, I guess. So.
Very
Right
cool.
Yeah.
Shall we try our next beer? Because
let me.
When I picked these cans up and I looked at this, I was like, Mango Terror. I want to try this. Damn it, I have to wait.
Here's what the package looks like. I picked the artwork on it.
Yeah, so this is actually another beer that was kind of an evolution from a pub beer.
Whoa. Well, Paul, have you taken a drink of this yet?
Give me a sec. Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah, it's a little different.
Wow. Yeah, it is.
So for
There's
this
a lot
beer,
going on here.
Yeah, there is. So last year, for baseball season, we decided to build a beer around our rookie all-star Fernando Tatis, and came out with Fernando Tatis Jr., which was a nitro mango vanilla beer, and kind of a mango lassi was kind of the inspiration, kind of as that kind of flavor profile. And this year, once we realized baseball obviously wasn't happening and that we were going to be looking to package this beer rather than put it on draft, we kind of reformulated it a little bit. So obviously without the kind of body you'd get from the nitro, we added lactose to it, up the vanilla a little bit, and cut the fermentation a little bit shorter so there's a little bit more residual sweetness. And then we actually backed off the mango just a touch from where we were last year. But I feel like it's a lot more balanced this way. And the mango is definitely at the forefront. You got the sweetness of the vanilla at the end. But at the end of the day, it's not totally a dessert beer. You still know you're drinking beer. And that was kind of an important factor when we were putting this one together.
So the minute it hits your tongue, you're thinking like 50-50 bar, but instead of mango or instead of orange, there's like mango.
Mango, yeah.
And then it slides across your tongue and gives way to some hops. So you get like the IPA part of it in the finish.
Yeah, so there is a Citra dry hop on this. So I think we were about like 3/4 pound per barrel, somewhere around there. So not a super prominent hop character, but yeah, just enough on the finish to, like I said, remind you you're actually drinking a beer and not just some mango juice.
I would also assume that the more that this beer, quote unquote, warms up, gets room temperature, you get more of those flavors versus like right out of the refrigerator. Because even as I've just had it sit here from my first sip less than a few minutes ago to now, I'm getting even more flavors coming out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially the mango. I think the mango aroma starts really developing as it warms up, and I think the vanilla kind of gets accentuated as well. So.
Well,
yeah,
and you get that residual sweetness from the lactose that kind of blends with the hops.
Yeah, exactly.
And counterbalances the bitterness of the hop. You guys are going to slay it with this beer, man.
Well, thanks. Yeah, we're pretty excited about it. I've been enjoying a few of these. I generally, a style like this is a little bit on the sweeter end for me, and I kind of tend to shy away from something like that. But yeah, I'm really excited about kind of where we've got this beer to finish, and like I said, how it has the drinkability of a beer.
So. Well, and you kind of say the sweetness, and for me personally right now, and I don't know if it's maybe because you talked about the baseball earlier, but like some roasted peanuts right now, drinking this, I'm like, ooh, you get kind of that sweet and salty that would go with it. Like, I think that the two would pair well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I can totally see
thinking some like nachos, maybe. I don't know.
Straight up baseball food, yeah.
We miss you, Padres. We miss you.
I know. It's so sad.
Alex, real quick, and I'm totally putting you on the spot, and I did not prepare you for this at all. But you have a staff at Amplified who is so amazing, and they really pull it together and make sure the Amplified Ale Works is out there constantly. Is there anybody that you want to give like a quick shout out to on your staff?
Honestly, so many people on our team have been amazing. Whether it's been working through the whole pandemic, you know, or coming back as we've reopened. But yeah, the team I've had in place has been amazing. couple of people, Brian Rush, our bar manager, and kind of logistics guy, and Heidi Stafford, who runs our HR, but also is a manager in PB. They've been with us since we first opened 8 years ago, and they're just such core pieces to what we do. But even newer members of our staff, Michael Craig, our COO, and who's helping run East Village right now, and just so many people. Jeff and Demetra have been brewing this whole time. I mean, we've got a really, really special team. Aubrey's been doing such amazing stuff on doing all these these can labels where it's like, hey, I need you to design a label by tomorrow. So we need beer packaged next week, and we gotta go. So everybody's been just so amazing as we've kind of jumped through all these hurdles. Our sales manager, Sebastian, had to suddenly go from selling kegs to bars to finding, liquor stores to sell cans. And so, I mean, we've really basically had to kind of reinvent ourselves in a lot of ways, as we now kind of transition back to a little bit more of normalcy. But yeah, it's been stressful, but at the same time, I think it's really brought, the team together, and it's been pretty amazing to see, how much people love the business and want to be there. And so, yeah, we've been really fortunate to have so many people come back and yeah, just be back and wanting to work and back part of the team. So it's been great.
I'd like to say one quick thing, or maybe two. The downstairs area at East Village, the little concert venue down there now, concert venue and stand-up comedy and all of that is looking rad. And I mean, it seemed like that was just now starting to, or just before COVID was really starting to kind of gain some steam. And I hope that kind of resumes afterwards. But one small final shout out. When I picked up this beer downtown, they gave me a couple Jello shots to go with it. And
Lucky!
Just a shout out to the crew at East Village, because the Jello shots kind of made my day with all the shit that's going on right now. Just to kind of have a Jello.
It's been amazing where when we first talked about doing Jello shots, I'm like, really, guys? Do you think so? And it's been amazing. We've been selling so many Jello shots. It's insane. But I think it's something that puts a smile on everyone's face. And right now, a little bit of levity goes a long way. And yeah, I mean, we're spreading smiles with Jello shots right now. Never thought that would be the business I'm in, but it's been a lot of fun.
That's your slogan right there: spreading smiles with Jello shots.
Yeah, hey, we all have to
definitely put a smile on my face.
Good. I mean, they're delicious.
Paul, do we need to pick up some Jello shots before beer for breakfast Friday morning?
I think every week we just need to go there.
Well, with that, Friday morning, we will do beer for breakfast on 91X at 9:10. Paul will be FaceTiming in with Marty and I. We will be drinking amplified beer, and if I can make it happen, we will also be taking a Jello shot.
I love it.
Alex from Amplified, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me. It's so good to see you guys. I feel like it's been way too long. So
it has been far too long, and the minute that we are all allowed to touch each other again, we're giving you the biggest hug in the entire world.
Wait. I miss you guys.
I miss you too.
Oh, let's go surf soon.
We got to paddle out sometime soon. I had a misfortune last time when cut my hand and I had to paddle back in, but
get it together, Paul.
We'll get back out there. Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you, brother.
All right.
Cheers.
And cheers to independently owned craft beer and radio in San Diego.
Yeah.
91X.